the starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Bridges out there with Knipple. And it's Diabate in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Wizards, Czar out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Young in at the point guard position. And with another season just getting underway, Tim, what kind of things are you looking for as you watch here courtside early on here in the season?
You want to see which players have made the progression in the offseason, added things to their games, particularly those young players that you know have a lot of potential. Have they added shooting range? Have they added things to their handle and give them a little bit more escapability?
Here's Koulibaly. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Pass to Knipple. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Not just a perimeter threat. Knipple uses his strength and craft to challenge teams inside.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he makes the first.
A top 5 pick in the draft, Knipple is a polished rookie. Can play either guard spot. I love his future.
He doesn't get the second one. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, which they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. And so it's Washington with it. After the basket by Charlotte, it's good.
Over the years, Davis has packed on a lot of muscle, and it served him well right there.
Here's Ball. Pass to Knipple. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That's foul number 2 for him.
He's drawing those whistles. A couple quick ones back to back.
Wizards making a switch here. George is checked in. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Ball with the bucket.
And that's the right decision when you've got a smaller man on you.
For Washington, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Davis finds Song. Back to Davis. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Ball with it. It's Miller on the wing. Shot clock at 6. From 13, Washington with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, they came into that game a little flat for whatever reason and just couldn't tap into the energy you need to compete.
Well, they played hard, but you could tell from their body language they did not have the confidence they needed.
Here's Ball. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Miller, right side. In the corner, it's Bridges. Great D that time from Davis. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Here's Johnson. Headshot off. Good D by Miller. Now Knueppel. He had 10 points in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. There's Ball with the three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Never short on confidence. Ball takes a long look without hesitation.
Johnson kicks to Young. Outside, George. Knueppel with the rebound.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
Pass the ball. He nails it, and we're tied up. Ball's got 7 points.
Making it work in close. Ball getting an agile finish.
Back to Young. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That board looked easy for Sarr at 7-1. You expect second chance opportunities like that.
Knueppel with it. Working on George. And here is Ball. Coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia over Young. Good work there as it goes. 9 points in the game so far.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Young passes to George. Tipped away. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal
Nice
foul.
work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws of the game.
George taking 2 shots.
That's good from George. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Miller. Boy, that win against the 76ers, he's another guy who really showed up to play. Outside, Ball. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jump.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 25-point game against Dallas. Johnson, and it's denied. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, Washington no good.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Both free throws good for Miller.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Young passes to Davis. Here's Johnson. Back to Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Miles Bridges.
Second team.
Smart play by Davis. Rises up through the contact to draw that whistle.
Washington shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But, Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And, Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
And there are a few players who can dominate on both ends, but Anthony Davis is certainly among them.
Yeah, he's one of the most dynamic defenders in the game, Kevin, and offensively, he can hurt you in a multitude of ways, whether it's off the dribble, posting, or facing up.
Taking a look here at the numbers for George. Last season's performance for him averaged 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
Well, I just love his mentality and his approach. He is always ready to go when called upon.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
It's time to make some noise.
Checked in for Bridges. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Hornets fourth.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
White against Russell. Pass to George. Here is Riley. His last outing, he had 8 points. And good that time.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Here's McNeely. Here's Green. Excellent D there from George.
That's an awesome defensive effort. A great contest right at the rim.
So looking it over. Pass to Vukcevic. And it's White with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Trailing by 2. Now Ball. Defended by Carrington. And it's LaMelo Ball with the 3. Ball's got 14 points.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage. When a pitch like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And the Wizards making a change here. Champagne's checked in. Over to the left wing. White against Russell. Offensive rebound. It's good. And now it's a 3-point Hornets lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Riley. Here's Vucevic. And it's in there.
Well, as a defender, it's hard to overcome a height disadvantage when you're that close to the basket.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Out to White. Pass the ball. Launches a three. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Here's Carrington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And you watch Bub Carrington, you know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. And I'll tell you what, he's just getting started.
And he can't get the first one. James checked in for Charlotte. And he sinks the second. And it's the Hornets with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Driving to the basket. And James throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Here's Vucevic. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
2 minutes.
Wizards trail by 5.
First quarter, 2 minutes.
Now, here is Russell. Still scoreless.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. On defense, Washington. They trail by 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. From deep. White with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia.
And don't forget about his work on the boards. He was doing the dirty work as well.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Hornets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Here's Carrington. There's a minute left to play in the first. Down low. It's stolen by Green. And here comes the break. Over Carrington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
The Hornets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
For the Hornets.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
That's good from Green. Both free throws good from Green.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Pass to Carrington. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Riley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Liam McNeely. The Wizards have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. First free throw is good. And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. We've got 28 seconds left in the first. Russell against White. Out to the right wing. Here's McNeely. Sinks the three-pointer. McNeely's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Hornets. Here is Riley. Oh, that's blocked. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play.
Washington.
Hornets lead by 10. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Charlotte.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, that's true, and they've also been going right at the rim, which I love. Attack, attack, attack.
Keyshawn George is out there with Song. Then it's Coulibaly. Then it's Johnson, and it's Young in at point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Now, here is Young. Nothing on the board. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. And that'll be his third foul so far. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before, for sure.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Johnson outside. Pass to Coulibaly. Yep, that one goes in there. Coulibaly's got his third bucket of the night. Charlotte leading by 6. White looking around. Now, here's Bridges, defended by George. Clock at 6. Here's White. Knocks down the step-back J. White's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now, here's Johnson. No scoring in this one. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Charlotte has gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's what a star talent does. If Bridges wants to fulfill his potential, he's got to attack. Use that quick first step.
Now, here's Johnson. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
And he really hurt them at the free throw line.
You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to the shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
He's off on the first.
Watching this rookie, Trey Johnson, he's got that combination of length and shooting that every coach wants. This team really excited about his future.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Keyshawn George. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Ball's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. There's the lob to Bridges. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
Now here's Johnson. Back to Sarr. And a missed layup.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Ball. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Pass to Young. Now Davis. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. The shot's good.
If Davis gets the ball there, forget about it. It's 2.
Covered by Sarr. Now here is Miller. Shot clock at 5. It's blocked.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Young against Ball. Young drives in, lays it up and banks it in. Young's got his second basket.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate. Chance to check out the numbers for Miller. A very nice season for him last year. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question. He's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 19. Bridges outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
Charlotte leading by 9 to the left wing. It's stolen by Johnson. On its way from Young for 2. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
And Young is at his best when he's hunting shots, especially when he's firing off the catch.
Bridges against Davis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. So, Tim, here's a word you often hear teams talk about. Nets culture. How does an organization create the right culture?
Well, I think, Kevin, you establish core values and then you make those non-negotiable. When everybody connects with that and connects to those values, you really have something special.
Holding on to the rope and pulling in the same direction.
That's what it's all about.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, and the confidence Bridges plays with, really admirable. This guy knows he has the talent to compete in the NBA.
Both free throws good from Bridges. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Back to you guys.
Yeah, tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Charlotte making a switch here. Diabate's checked in. Now, here is Young. He's got 8. Pass to Song. 6 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
Defending Johnson, you know he's wired to score, so sometimes you get a little too aggressive against him.
He's made 1 and this one so far in the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And that one falls for Johnson.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And Washington making a change here. Vukcevic is checked in. And Johnson drops them both. Charlotte leading by 5. Ball, the bounce pass. Here's Diabate. He's coming off a 13-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Dalton Carrington's checked in for Washington. Charlotte calls timeout. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
They were so precise with their execution. They didn't make many mistakes on either end, and that took the crowd out of the game.
See the numbers for Trae Young. Great showing for him last season. And he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor. Absolute magician with the basketball. Ball with the bucket.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Washington foul. Trae Young. First personal foul.
For Charlotte, they've made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
At the line for the Hornets, LaMelo Ball. 2 shots.
That's good from Ball.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The Wizards making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Josh Green's checked in for Knipple. Ball hits them both. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
He gets it in there. And here is Ball. He's got 24. Pass to Diabate. And here is Green. The rebound by Champagnie. Here's Vukcevic. The jump hook. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Left side, Miller. That's tipped. Here's Here's Champagnie. Koulibaly with it. Now Carrington. The shot, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
And it's Carrington missing. Charlotte leading by 8. Inside, Bridges. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Assisted by
Ball's got his 3rd assist on the night. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance so far by LaMelo Ball.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Riley comes in for Davis, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Koulibaly. And then for Charlotte, McNeely comes in for Josh Green, and James subbed in for Miller. Carrington with the ball, James covering, outside Russell, over Ball. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
I'm not sure what he was thinking right there, but we see this in this game sometimes.
Now here's James. The rebound by Champagnie. Pass to Carrington. Nice ball movement by Washington. And here's Russell. He's covered by Ball. Here's Vucevic. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Undrafted back in 2021, Tim, Justin Champagnie is coming into his own.
Yeah, he and his twin brother Julian both getting opportunities, and in the last few seasons solidifying themselves that they can play in this league and have a role on a good team.
They really have. Here's Russell to the basket by Charlotte. To the left side wing. To the paint. Carrington in the corner. 5 on the clock. 1:33 left to play in the first half. Good D by James. Bridges dishes to James. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the energy and athleticism of Bridges is off the charts. He is a tough cover for the defense.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
And that one falls for Bridges. George is checked in for the Wizards. And a switch here also for Charlotte. White's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Russell inside. White covering. Good on the shot. And with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from George. Russell against White. Bridges outside. That's another one for him. It is 5th in just 7 shots.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Pass to Riley. Outside, George. Here's Champagnie. 30 seconds left here in the second. It's deflected. Now, here's Bridges. They picked up 24 points in their last win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Foul. 4th team foul.
For Washington, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
D'Angelo Russell. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Russell. And so Russell hits them both. Here's White. And we finished one half of basketball. It's Charlotte. They're up by 10. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
The Hornets, 64.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Big time play throughout the first half for LaMelo Ball. He ended up with 24 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. Shaq, let's get your take on Charlotte.
Love how hard they're going at it on the offensive board, showing some real tenacity every time a shot goes up. They carve out this lead because of their offensive mindset. Don't expect that to change in the second half.
Kenny, your take on Washington so far?
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the defense. They wouldn't put the hand up, like my man used to say, hand down, man down. Oh, you got to get some help. That pretty much covers everything. Shot. You think they played their best?
No way, no way.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Charlotte leading by 10. On the court for Charlotte, Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Gnipple out there with Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 5. Ball with it. Now defended by Sarr. And he gets it back. And he gets it to go. Ball's got 26.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Young looking around. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
And what a night. They just keep going to Davis.
There's the lob to Bridges. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And Young kicks to Johnson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And it's Ball in the corner. There's the three. That's good. And it's Miller with the assist. Miller's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Koulibaly. 8 points for him. That one wide left. To the inside. Diabate's shot is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Johnson against Miller. And another miss by Washington.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Here's Diabate. Here's Ball. Out to Miller. Takes a three. And it's the Hornets another three.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the grab. His three-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a wing.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Trae Young on top.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
To the middle, here's Davis. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Here's Diabate. Here's Knippel. Rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Young up top. From outside the arc. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Tuesday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Thursday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the Utah matchup, it's going to be their 7th outing on the year. You feel the team will continue to round into form.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Kevin. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Kevin, back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Young, following the basket by LaMelo Ball. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young play.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with.
And the big fella, Alexander, showing promise. Greg especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game, and has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
No good on the free throw.
Well, you think about the big guys in this league that can do it all. Anthony Davis is one of those names that'll come to mind. When he's healthy, he is one of the best.
He hits the second from the line. The Hornets on offense. They're on a 14-5 run. Pass to Diabate. To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Assisted by
Diabate's got 4 points now in the quarter. Now Sarr. Back to Young. Unloads. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Yeah, and that's just something that Young excels at. Boy, a joy to watch this guy shoot the ball.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
And so it's Charlotte with it after the basket by Washington. Here's Bridges, and he drives in. The kick out to Ball over Young. And no good, trying to use the glass.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
The hustle pays off for Johnson in transition, getting him a bucket off that fast break.
Outside, Ball.
And now let's get a look at the numbers for Bridges. Last season, he played outstanding. He's averaged 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum.
That's good from Ball.
And one of the true showmen in the league, LaMelo Ball is so much fun to watch. He can do anything with the rock and is always looking to make a highlight reel.
And Washington making a change here. Champagne's checked in. Ball hits them both. Wizards trail by 19. On the wing, Johnson. Knocked loose. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller.
Charlotte substitution. Kalkbrenner.
Ball against Young. Here's Koulibaly. Knipple with the rebound. Knipple's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Johnson against Miller. Johnson, the pass to Young. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's what he does every night. He stretches the floor. Trae Young at his best.
They get it again. And he banks in the layup.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Down low. Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
This is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
Pass to Knipple. Back to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Washington calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance so far by LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, this coaching staff is frustrated right now. They just can't figure out a way to slow him down. They've got to push him off his spot.
group getting ready for the Wizards. Keyshawn George, he's checked in for Song. Riley comes in for Koulibaly. Dalton Carrington's checked in for Johnson. And it's Russell in for Trae Young. And then for Charlotte, Josh Green's checked in for Miles Bridges. McNeely comes in for Knipple. And it's White in for Brandon Miller. And he recovers it. Hornets leading by 18. Outside, Green. Pass to McNeely. Now, here's Ball. Defended by Carrington. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Fourth, Kobe White.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
That free throw, no good. James checked in for Ball. And he's good on the second. Wizards trail by 19. Pass to Champagny. Now, here is Russell. Here's Champagny. It's stolen by White. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking abilities.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Charlotte.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And they've also done an outstanding job scoring in the paint, getting close looks and just pounding them inside.
First one falls for him.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And he makes both free throws. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Five to shoot. Here's Carrington. Great tee that time from Green.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
George against James. They get it back. A nice shot by George. George has got 6 points.
Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
James in the post. Defended by Carrington. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Knocks it loose. Russell passes to Riley. Lets it go from 11. Another one falls for Washington. Hornets leading by 19. Outside, White. Outside, Green. And there's another one for the Hornets.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Pass to Champagny. Now Russell. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Third personal foul.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Wizards making a switch here. Davis is checked in. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Diabate's checked in.
Whether it's points, steals, or passes, Russell is out here working hard to give you what you need.
Outside, White. Puts it up from 12. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Well, that's a good high percentage shot. He just couldn't convert.
Looking for George. He gets it there. Doesn't go that time.
And if they want to come up with a win here, he either needs to start making shots or find another way to help his team.
And White kicks to James. And Davis sends it back.
That is tremendous work by Davis right there. Guys better think twice about challenging him at the rim.
And a long wind-up and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Here's White following the bucket by the Wizards. Riley grabs the miss.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Charlotte leading by 16. Out to the wing. Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Diabate. Outside, White. From deep three-point territory. Rebound, Washington. Here's Carrington. Now Davis. Russell inside, and stolen by James. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Washington with the rebound. George has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Carrington. Outside, Russell. Here's Davis. Davis doing his thing inside.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hornets lead by 14. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So it's the Wizards now. They trail by 14. They've got Keyshawn George. Trae Young is out there with Johnson. And there's Davis. And it's Koulibaly in at the 3. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Now here's White following the miss by Anthony Davis. And here is Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Alexander Song. He's checked in for Davis. Now, here is Young. Pass to George. Here's Koulibaly. Sarr with it. Back to Koulibaly. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
A dangerous score from just about every area. Bridges very good at capitalizing in a number of ways.
And here's Young from the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And Knipple slams it in.
That's an emphatic message from Knipple, letting everyone know he's arrived.
Pass to Johnson. Up top, Sarr. Nice move. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Knipple. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
The shot by George, no good. Hornets leading by 15. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. White, bounce pass. Here's Knipple. It's tipped. Inside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
High skill level for Johnson. It didn't matter what the defense did there. He was getting it to go.
Ball's checked in for the Hornets. And that one falls for Johnson. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Pass to Diabate. Miller inside. Johnson on him. Miller, no up.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Here's Song, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Physical defense, but the strength training already kicking in for Sarr.
Here's Diabate. Covered by Sarr. Pass the ball. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. Young outside. Johnson outside. Back to Young. The three. Good on the triple. Young's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Wizards.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
And they've made some big plays to get back in it. This game is a toss-up now.
Now, here is Miller. Here's Diabate. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got 6 assists here tonight.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second person.
LaMelo Ball picks one up.
Second team.
Lots of fight from this kid, Johnson. The rookie with some moxie.
Johnson.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Here's Ball. Pass to Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Ball.
LaMelo Ball. Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Wizards, Trae Young. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Young.
And that's something that makes Young unique. His ability to really pile up the numbers offensively in both scoring and assist totals.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. And the Hornets call time here. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. Knipple. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Wizards trail by 10. Pass to Song. Back to Young. Shoots over Ball. Washington gets it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Pass to Koulibaly. And again, Washington no good. Hornets leading by 10. Ball, the pass to Bridges. Back to Ball. 6 to shoot. Driving the lane, and Ball slams it in.
No looking back. Ball knows once he starts moving, he's got to go all the way.
Young against Ball. Now Koulibaly. The Wizards with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Miller lays it up off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 14.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Young for 3. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Knipple, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Wizards. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Bridges kicks the ball. Back to Bridges. Pass the ball. Back to Bridges. Shoots over Johnson. And there's Bridges on the assist from Ball.
Assisted by
Ball's got 6 assists now in the game. Now here is Davis. Floats it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And there's the power Davis gives you up front. He is a terrific lob player.
Young against Ball. It's blocked. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Knipple with the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Wizards trail by 17. Pass to Sarr. Back to Young. Johnson finds Koulibaly. Pocket 6.
Hornets foul. Tebyous. Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Johnson, the pass to Sarr, and it's blocked.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
Here's Johnson. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Miller's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Just rising up with purpose. Allow Bridges to get this kind of positioning. He is going to hammer it home.
Here's Koulibaly to the paint. Davis. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Ball against Young. Rejected by Young.
And time that one just right. That'll fire up Young and his teammates.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Miller, the pass to ball. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And so here's Charlotte. Bridges for 3.
Well, known as one of the elite defenders in this league, Davis takes pride in getting those rejections.
The Hornets on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. Miller kicks to Ball. Here he goes. And Ball slams it in.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And that's a big part of this team's offense. Young's ability to get to the line and convert easy points.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Young, a fiery competitor, someone who enjoys getting under the skin of opposing players.
So he gets them both. And so Miller will bring it up for the Hornets. They lead by 17. Pass the ball. 1:24 left in the 4th quarter. And the layup's good off the glass.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Charlotte.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Riley's checked in for Washington. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Johnson. Here's Young. Tebyous grabs the board. James against Young. Outside, Green. Pass to McNeely. It's stolen. An even 3-on-3 break. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Young, good. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so the Hornets can now just hold on to the ball. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win.
That's
a solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. See you later.